Yo, what up guys, how are we all doing? Thank you for tuning back up on the channel here today for another video. Again, we're talking about the secret skin in Season 7, the Snowfall skin, and what it's going to look like. We've got a potential candidate, okay, today, of what this skin is going to look like. Yeah, we're going to dive into this in a minute, but before we do, drop me a like on today's video. One like equals, I don't know. One like on today's video equals one scar. Your next game, the next chest that you open after liking this video will contain a scar. It's a golden scar as well, so why would you not drop a like on today's video? If you guys are new around here, subscribe down below, turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and you can use support creator code macmacsyt in the item shop. Right, with all that said, I'm guessing you guys are pretty interested as to what this skin is within this locked bit of ice. Let's jump into it. We've got a good candidate, what he's going to look like, and when we're going to first see him. Let's jump into today's video. Okay, so this is the position we're in at the moment, with the big block of ice in the dungeon underneath the big castle. As you can see, okay, I'm going to put a side by side of what it was looking like literally last week and what it looks like now. You can see how much it's melted, so it's pretty clear that the secret skin for this season is actually located within this ice block underneath the dungeon. You can see now the chains that I once talked about that we couldn't originally see have actually started to appear. So it's pretty clear that there is a prisoner locked up within this ice cube, and I mean, there's only one person that it could be, and that is the Snowfall skin that we've got for the secret skin this season. You can see how much it's melting at the moment. Like, damn, that's a hell of a lot of water dripping off. This time last week, we couldn't even see this border, this brick border that was lined up around the snow. So it's literally just been a week. And like I said, we can now see that there is 100% someone locked up in here. Now, to give you guys a good idea of what this room looks like once it's all destroyed, yeah, it's pretty obvious that there is 100% someone in here. Literally, I destroyed the whole room. So whoever is within this big bit of snow clearly looks after whatever is in these eggs. Now, like the meteor, certain parts of it are actually fading away. Like, this bit's a lot deeper, like other parts of the snow bit. Like the meteor, pretty soon we're going to be able to see whatever the body looks like in here. Now, what I think is going to be popping out of this hole first, because obviously it's the quickest bit that's melting, I think it's going to be the hand of the prisoner. Now, we can see a screenshot up on screen here. What the prisoner hand looks like. He's still trapped within the ice, within a block of like cement. So I reckon this hand is going to pop out of this part of the snow very, very soon. You can see it's like the quickest part melting. And like the meteor, there were certain parts of it being drilled more heavily than others. And we could actually start to see the blockbuster skin before it was even released. Like certain parts of it, you can see up on screen here. So I reckon the same thing's going to happen here. We're going to be able to see certain parts of the Snowfall skin or the secret prisoner, what he looks like very, very soon. But with a few theories, what do we think this Snowfall skin or this prisoner is going to look like? Now, all credit goes to Fel the Wolf over on Reddit. He actually came up with this poster you're seeing up on screen here. So it's an old Epic Games game called Robo Recall, which was produced in 2017, so not too long back. You can see the character, well, he actually looks very, very familiar to a character that we've got right now, and that is the secret skin in Fortnite. It's the aimbot skin that we got for Season 6. No one really know what it was about, but you can see he's very, very similar to the Robo Recoil skin that Epic Games produced in one of their games literally in 2017, so 2 years ago. Now, actually, by looking at the outline of the Season 7 skin, okay, doesn't have much shape to it at all or much definition, but there is one skin that Epic Games have produced before in a previous game that looks like identical to this, and that is the Infinity Blade skin that was produced in a game in 2010, and guess who it was made by? Epic Games. And you can see exactly how much the Infinity Blade resembles the like locked icon of the secret Season 7 skin. So I don't know, you can make your own judgment. You can see like the shoulder pads look exactly the same on like from the Infinity Blade game, which Epic Games produced that character. You can also see in Infinity Blade the guy's also holding the Infinity Blade. If you guys remember, it was the blade that was in the rock that we had to pull out that you could use as a weapon, which is no longer here. So it all kind of lines up. The guy that uses the Infinity Blade, which we've already had in Fortnite, is like the exact same skin as like the secret Season 7 skin. So could that be the guy that's within the rock? Most possibly. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. Obviously, these are both games that Epic Games have produced in the past. The AIM skin looks exactly the same as the Robo Recall skin from a past Epic Games game. So what's to say this Infinity Blade character, I don't know, you can make your own judgments, but to me, by the outlines of the skin, it looks very, very similar to this Infinity Blade skin. So I don't know, could this be the guy that's in the melting ice as of right now? Most possibly. If you guys have got any suggestions on who it could be, let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said, this part of the rock here, I'm very interested in. Like, it's melting pretty quickly, and like the meteor that landed in Dusty Divot, parts of it were extracted, and we could see the pod that the Blockbuster skin came from pretty early on. So yeah, give it a couple of weeks, this whole thing is going to be melted and it's going to reveal the skin. So as of right now, that's potentially what the Snowfall skin will be looking like in Fortnite. A close resemblance to a previous Epic Games game, Infinity Blade character. Yeah, they kind of match up pretty similarly. But something that's kind of slipped under the radar because of all this hype around the Snowfall skin is the fact that the dragon eggs are still just chilling here. Undoubtedly, these are going to play such a huge part within the Season 7 and Season 8 storyline, especially the beginning of Season 8. I reckon some big things are going to happen. So if you guys didn't know about the story about the dragon eggs, they've been sitting here chilling for a while. They've actually been frosted underneath so they don't hatch. But slowly, as you guys have seen or hopefully noticed, the whole of the ice castle and Polar Peak is thawing away, which means eventually all the ice that is like stopping the eggs from hatching currently, that ice is eventually going to thaw away and the eggs will be able to hatch. Now, we've actually got a quite close reference to what these eggs are doing literally as of like last week. Now, the skins that you're seeing up on screen here actually play quite a big role in giving us kind of a clue of what these eggs are going to be doing. Now, on Twitter, Epic Games, when they release these skins, they captioned it as the cycle begins. So, if you look at the t-shirts in particular on these skins, it's got like a dragon in the style of an 8, which you'd think Season 8, but it's not. It's actually the Infinity logo. So clearly, the dragons are going to be playing a huge part within the Season 7 or the end of Season 7 and beginning of Season 8 storyline. So, something that's kind of gone under the radar in the last couple of weeks. I think because they're just sitting there, they're like a ticking time bomb. Till the end of this season, we're not going to know what's going to be happening with them. Realistically, until we get this Snowfall skin, I don't think anything's going to happen to the dragon eggs. Once the prisoner has finally escaped from the big block of ice, which is supposedly the Fire King skin, or it could be this Infinity Blade guy, we don't know, but it's just some suggestions. That is going to be the person that is either going to play around with these eggs and hatch them, and then potentially dragons are going to be playing a huge part in the Season 7 and Season 8 storyline. If you guys didn't know, actually Season 8, the beginning of it, actually falls around Chinese New Year, which is obviously known for like dragons and carnivals and stuff like that. So don't be surprised if these dragons actually play quite a big part. One of the theories going around is that these dragons, they're fire-breathing dragons, they're going to go around the whole map and melt all the snow within the next couple of weeks with like the fire that they breathe through their mouths. So, I don't know, it's a ticking time bomb. They're just chilling here, they kind of slip under the radar a bit. Everybody's kind of focused on the Snowfall skin and what that's going to be. These dragon eggs are just as, or if more important than the Snowfall skin. Keep your eyes on them. Now, once eventually all this snow does thaw, there is the possibility of there being the big flood, it's supposedly called, that's going to be happening in Fortnite. It could be seen us into the new season of Season 8 where there's a big flood. There's, like I've said in previous videos, there's been hints towards like big floods and like underwater scenery and stuff throughout previous battle passes the last couple of seasons. There's been subtle hints. Obviously, we got Greasy Grove that's frozen over. Will that eventually melt? There's been a theory that it's going to turn into like a Moisty Mire 2.0, which would be pretty cool. There's a little screenshot you can see up on screen here, a concept that a guy over on Reddit created. I'll link it in the description down below. It's pretty interesting. But if Greasy Grove ends up turning like this, I'll be pretty happy, but that's potentially something that could happen. Obviously, the big flood, low-lying areas are going to be affected, tilted towers, shifty shafts. Places like that are potentially going to be flooded for a period of time, so that is supposedly a theory as well once all this snow melts. So hopefully you guys went on and enjoyed today's video. Like I said, it looks very, very similar to this skin. You can let me know your judgments in the comment section down below. We've already had the Infinity Blade in this game. What's to say we're not going to get that Infinity Blade skin, which is also a game produced by Epic Games? Interesting. Let me know in the comment section down below, like I said, what you think. If you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like, subscribe down below, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Follow my Instagram up on screen here, and check out my last video, actually. We were talking about the theories on what the dragon eggs are actually going to do this season, and how they actually got here, and a ton of stuff like that. So I suggest checking out that video. It'll be in the description down below or on my channel. You can just go check it out. And it pretty much explains what's going to be happening at the end of this season. So, yeah, with all that said, I guess I'll catch you guys in my next video. It's been your boy, Max. Have a good day, and a peace out.